Hello everyone, welcome back to Wazico Printing Hub. In this video, I will take you the behind the scene of creating a professional annual and Thanksgiving flyer for Methodist Church, Methodist Women Fellowship, Bethany Society using Adobe Photoshop. If you're a designer, a graphic designer, photo learner, church media designer, or a creative entrepreneur, this video can help you create a practical idea on creating a modern and professional church flyer. So I'm using Photoshop since 2014, 2024. I'm using Photoshop since 2024. So let's get into Photoshop. So I'm going to use Artboard in this video. So for me to use Artboard, it's either you go to File, you go to New, then you create your size. So I just want to use 11 inches by 11 inches, which any way you want to use it. And resolution still remains 300 because I just want the quality. Even if I'm posting it outside on social media, I still have the quality to precise. So you just create a new layer. So this one, Control+O to fill the screen. So I'm going to use Artboard. So but this is the how you can create. So if you want to create Artboard, you just have to go to the new, or then you select this, and it works in 2015 version upward. So in case you are using below 2015, you can't have the artboard in it. So I'm going to do with the artboard. So I'll just click on the group file, then go to from artboard, then artboard layer 1. So this, I have this already. So all I have to do is just crop the top, use the artboard initial. That's why it gives you the open file so now I'm going to make a duplicate of the artboard. So with this, you just have to set the name, then this thumbnail appears there. So you create a new artboard surface like this. So you just, first of all, you add your solid color. So I'm going to add a solid color, which is white. So then I'm going to bring in my my background. So first of all, I'm going to drag. It's either you can drag and drop, or you can as well as go to. So I'm using drag and drop. So first of all, I'll drag and drop my background. So in case your so in case your work doesn't count, so 11 11. So as you can see, you can create all the size that you want inside this same artboard. So let's say 11 by 7, or 11 7, let's say 5. So as you can see, you can create all that you want in here. So first of all, I'm going to work with this. So first of all, I'll just drag in myself my second background. I'm going to go use the second procedure on how to bring in background. So first, I'll go to the place embedded, then locate where my background is. So I'm bringing in this harvest background. So okay, so I'll just open up to the fill the space, then drag it to up a little bit like this, then set this to soft layer like this. So first of all, I'm just going to break my rectangular shape tool, then draw a nice shape at the bottom here. Change the color to white. Then the next I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in the next I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in I'm going to draw my shape. So I'll pick my rectangular shape, then draw a 9 shape like this. Then I'm going to drag here to create a 9 lesson for here. So once I'm done, Control plus T to transform it, then right click on it, then go to perspective. So I'll just hold here and give it a 9 like this. So okay, so here something like this. Okay, so let's bring in our church logos. So I'm going to bring in the church logos of the Methodist Church Ghana, and this is the Women Fellowship logo, and I've already have it on a PNG already, so no need for me to. So I'll just size it to the here like this. Then let's bring in the Methodist Church logo. So I'll go to so I also have this one in the PNG form so already. So I'll just drag it here, then make adjustment to the size like this. So I'll just bring this both together like this. Let me size this one small like this. So okay, so now we have the two logos together, and so always when it comes to designing this flyer for the for the any organization in the church, the mother church logo comes first. So I will group it and name it logo. So Control plus A to select, or then center the Control plus D to select it. So the next I'm going to do is I'm going to pick this one, change the color, pick the color from the logo like this. Then you go to, so I'm going to pick my text to then type in the text. So I'm using the puppies, and I'll leave a link in the description for you to download the font. So the Methodist Church. Okay, so let's pick the name from the flyer to make the tutorial very simple and short. So we are going to pick the names from here. So Control plus J to make a duplicate, then drag it to here. So that the tutorial will be very short and simple. So the next thing we are going to do is we are going to create our, so Control plus A to select, or then centerize it, then also select this one, then we also center that. So Control plus Z to deselect it. So first one, I'm going to pick my text to again, then this time I'm using impact, which is common in all the Photoshop. So I'm going to select the text to be white, then type in annual annual annual. So with this, I'll just select my text, open up a little bit like this, then select this, and okay. So I'm opening it up a little bit like this, then okay. So I'll hold or J to make a duplicate, then select it, then write harvest. like this. So when I'm done, I'll just have it a little bit here like this. Okay, so this time I'm going to change this color to a gradient color. So I'll just go to the gradient color. So this is the X code. This is the X code if in case you want to copy the same thing, and this is the S code for this one too. So if in case you want to copy the same thing. So I'm done. So I'm just going to give it a nice background. I'm going to give a drop shadow, then decrease this a little bit, at least 30 is okay. So I just click OK, then go for my test tool again. Then this time I'm going to end. This time I'm going for end thanks thanks giving service. So this one I'm going to use a font called routine. So this is the font that I'm going to use. So I'm going to change the color from here to yellow like this, and this is the S code if in case you want to use the same thing. Okay, so I'll just open up like this, have it here like this. So the next I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in the basket of the fruits. So let's go and drag and drop our basket of fruits into Photoshop. So here is it. So I'll just drag and drop it inside it, and as you can see it has a white background around it. So for me to work on it very easy, I'll just first to rasterize it, then go to create a so that I can open it in a different shape. So increase the resolution to the 300, then pick my magic wand tool, then select outside. So I'll just select it like this, or you can also use this selection object selection, then you make a drag on it like this. So once it reads finish, it will select the object for you to. But bear in mind, these things are not always accurate, so you don't have to depend much on it. So I'll just cut it out, then delete the background like this. Control plus S to save it back to the design. So here we have our fruit. So I'm going to select, decrease it like this, then bring it here like this. So there is it. So I'm going to so now I'm going to create a drop shadow. So I'll select it, I'll go to the under, create a new layer, then pick my blush tool, so I'll go to here like this. As you can see, you have it like this. So all you just to do is to decrease this thing like this. So I'll make a stroke, then open it up like this, then I'll place it under to create a drop shadow so that it looks real like this. Okay, so now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a I'm going to bring in the theme. So to make everything short, we are going to also borrow the theme from the design again. So we just go to the theme, just borrow the theme again from here to here again. So we just borrow it from here. So we just borrow it from here again to here to make the tutorial very short. So the next thing we are going to do is, as we now have our fruit, everything is inside like this. As you can see, it's present. So we're not going to shift this one up a little bit. Pick our text tool, then present. So we reduce the size to 12. Change the font to regular, then increase the distance to 1000. Okay, so like this. Then so now we are going to we are going to work on the date. So we just create a 9 shape like this. Then you have it here and here, so I'm going to work with here like this. So I'll just press this one here. So I'm going to reduce the field to 0%, then right click on it, then go to the blending option. Then I'm going to set a stroke, and this stroke, I'm going to set this stroke and pick the color from here. So I'll reduce this is the S code, if in case you want to use the same thing. And this, I'm going to reduce to like this. Okay, so I'll pick my text tool again, then draw a nice shapes on right again, then pick my text tool, then moving object, then so also pick the same color from there. Then I'm Control plus J to make a duplicate. Then I'll bring it this under, change the color to like this. I'll just change the color to this, and this is the S code, then like this. So I'm going to draw another rectangular shape over under here like this. Then change the color to this. Control plus A to select, or then I'll centerize this like this. So first off, I'm going to type in the date, and the date is 20. I'm going to use impact for the boldness of it, then set this one to 0. So the date is 23rd August. August 2023. Select it, change the color to this. Then I'm going to open up it very wide like this. Then position it here. Then pick my text tool again, then write date. Control select, then So I'm going to change this one to something like this. Okay, so the next I'm going to do is I'm going to select from here to the date, right click on it and change and give it a color. This shows that from there to all are the same, and from here to annual harvest, then the shapes, I'm also going to select and give it a color which is orange, meaning they are all the same. So this from here, the present to the church logo, I'm also going to select and give it color, which means they all work the same, so that it can at least give my demarcation very well. So I'm going to select this and this. Control plus J to make a duplicate. Bring them over, change the color to green. Then I'm going to move them. I'm going to move this here, change the color green. So select both, then move it to here. So I'm going to create the date and everything. 0 impact, then venue like this. So I'll just please change the color to white like this. So I'm going to size it up like this. So I'll just bring in my like this. Then the next thing I'm going to do, also make a duplicate of them like this. Then the duplicate is going to be below, meaning, so I'll just select this, come here, then type so I'll just type the location, which is the church premise like this. So I'll just open it up a little bit like this. Then pick my text tool again, then type time, which is 9 a.m. So the time is 9 a.m. So I'll just open up like this, then bring it here, change the color to white like this. Okay, so now I'll just open this one up a little bit like this. Then I'm going to select from here to here, then bring it in and from here, and this one is also going to have a blue color because of the, so it's from here to here. I just select them, bring them in the middle like this. Then we are going to borrow the last text from here. So I'll just select it, hold Alt, then go to go. So I'll just select the text, then hold Alt, then drag it to here. So I'll just make a duplicate of it. So here we are. So the text is here. So Control plus A, then I'll just centerize it. So I'm just going to reduce the size a little bit like this. Control plus A, then to select it again. So we have our. So guys, this is how to design a simple but professional harvest flyer design in Photoshop. So thank you for watching this tutorial. If this tutorial make do you help, kindly subscribe to the channel and hit the notification icon so that anytime I will drop a new video, you'll be the first to have. And I'll leave the link to the resources that I use in the description for you to download and try your hands on it. And you can follow me on all social media platforms as Wazico Printing Hub. Thank you. Bye.